What's up, people? Got new glasses. 42 bucks, Costco. And they came in today, thank God. And I can see a difference. It's weird when you put on a new prescription and you're like, whoa. And they got anti-glare, a little different than the other ones, but I kind of like them. Look odd on the camera though. I like them in the mirror, but they're cool anyway. And it's kind of Oakley, and then I'm gonna get, I guess it could have been sunglasses, but when I put them on there, I like the look of them. So a little different look than the other ones, but I like them. The load madness. This video is gonna be called "Welcome to Trucking," and deals with some issues that DCIJams run into. I'm running into them right now. DCIJam had a load that was taking them into New York, and he had them down these little back roads, and I said, you should decline the load. You know, I will tell them in a minute, I'm not doing that right now. I'm not going this far. You're going to put me up in there in ice and snow, and your stuff is going to be extremely late, because I will wait till them roads are crystal clear. And it's kind of like tonight. I'm supposed to be going through Flagstaff. We had snow yesterday, and there was drama with this load. Everything happens for a reason, and I'm a firm believer in that more and more. There was drama with this load. I'll get to that in a little bit, but there's going to be a snowstorm going from Colorado all the way to the East Coast. Trucker Bill called me, and he's on his way to his new company. He's going to be working for Ashley. So they're flying him to Wisconsin. I think it's Wisconsin. And he said he getting flown somewhere, and then they couldn't even get planes to get him, so they get in a car, rent a car, to hopefully get there in the middle of a damn blizzard. It's insanity. So him and another guy who got hired, they're going there, and I guess 4 out of how many ever they hired are going to be doing Canada loads, and Bill's going to be doing mainly British Columbia. I like British Columbia. I drove British Columbia. It's pretty. I didn't go anywhere else. I can't talk about the other parts. I just know that British Columbia I did like, and I mainly would just cross over from Washington State into BC, and I didn't go that far in. I mean, I never went any more than maybe 30 minutes, if that, 30 minutes to an hour in, so I didn't go very far at all. This load. Hey, I'm tired as hell. I don't feel too hot. I feel like I'm coming down with a cold. And I've already medicated. I did that. I felt it this morning when I woke up. And then I went and they got me my alert. It's like, okay, let me get up. And I got up, looked outside to see what the weather looked like, because they were talking about 3 days worth of snow in Flagstaff. It's supposed to snow again tomorrow night, but I'm going to be out of here tomorrow night. I'm going to leave in the morning. I was going to leave tonight. But the temperature in Flag is 20, I think he said 23. And I don't know how clean the roads are. Our cleaning is not like, we get snow in Flag and they do salt and they do all that. But it's not like everywhere else in the country. So if you have a place where it's really heavy, so to me they do an okay job. But them roads still be kind of wet. And 23 degrees with wet roads is ice. So I'd rather be looking at what I'm dealing with, so I'm going to deal with that in the daytime. Anyway, so here's the drama. Here's what all happened, which I probably could have left out earlier today had I had everything got done. So, and DCIJams basically told his people, F you, I'm not going no further. Bro, you had me weak. And so, and I told him, I said, you know, I'm happy. Well, I haven't really, in my own way, I'm happy it's happening to him so he can see. Oftentimes, that's why welcome to trucking. You come into trucking and you find out what's important to these trucking companies. And it ain't your life. It's them. It's what's on the back of this trailer. That's what's important. So, and DCIJams, you're learning that. There are some trucking companies that try to do different. So like that Oklahoma company. So every company I went to, I think each company has a philosophy. And you can tell what the philosophy is. And you can always tell if it boils down to money first, okay? even though they have an ideology or a philosophy, y'all forgive me, we got a battery warning, which means I need to plug it in. So plug it in. Y'all gonna see my hand for a minute. There you go. Every company has a philosophy, or what do we used to call it, a vision or a goal, or really where their focus is. That's really better yet, where their focus is. And you can tell ultimately the focus is by how you treat as a driver and what their vision is. So the company in Oklahoma that I worked for, what I liked about them, A, was their equipment. It was top. That was the top. B, they never wanted you really to go on like U.S. highways. They wanted you to stay on the interstate. Most of what they had, they tried to keep you off most of their customers, they tried to keep you interstate based. And their philosophy was that they didn't want to have to pay if something happened to the truck. They have to have you towed out. So they were money focused, but the reasoning behind it I liked. And for me as a driver, it was just less hectic than being up in Timbuktu. It's like when they tried to have me come down. I was coming somewhere from the north, and they were going to drop me down through Reno. I was like, oh, no. Some U.S. highway. No. You're not going to have me chains on, chains off, chains off. I'm rerouting this. And I rerouted myself through Utah, Nevada, and to get here to Arizona. And so I'm not chains on, chains off. I would be chains on, chains off all the way down the U.S. highway. No. So y'all better get used to it. As I said, it's what's important. Like right now, I was looking at this, like, do I have to reroute this? I'm going to have to, but because I'm going to try to get out of here in the morning and I'll just rest tonight because I am butt-ass tired. And go through why that's the way it is. The Conway philosophy, honestly, they were a driver-centered company. Honestly, but they also had a good quality of drivers. I mean, to get in the door of Conway, they had to go through some drama. You had to go through, like I said, aerobics. I was in better shape back then. You had to be able to back. Your backing had to be, you had to close quarterback. They put a barrel in front of this truck, 2 cones, and you're also in between 2 trailers. Don't hit them cones. Don't even let your tire touch them cones. You had 3 tries. 3rd try, thank you for your time. And I was just coming in, so I actually got in on a squeak on the 3rd try. I had to do it on the 3rd try, and I backed it in. Driving never been a problem. Driving is not a problem, but I had been off the road for a while. What was the next one? So theirs was driver treatment, driver centered, and I agree with them. They also were conscious on their money and their equipment. Their equipment was in good shape too, but their trailers, they had specialty made with a certain type of aluminum, so they were lightweight. In addition, they did a lot of super single tires, which are better for fuel economy on the trailers and on the trucks. When you drove into the bay, safety was one of their big things, because as soon as you drove in, they did exactly what the safety guy had created at Conway that he took to the Oklahoma company. Was they inspected the truck and the trailer, everything. They opened up the hood, they fluids, and they looked that truck over, they looked the trailer over, and it wasn't no like the little half-ass stuff we got going on at the company I'm with. You was in there, and they had bays that were closed into. It was clean. Eat off the floor. And then if they saw something wrong, they directed you. Everything was in the computer. I didn't even have to talk to anybody. I didn't have to go say, Bobby, this is what's wrong with my dough. It was already typed in from the inspection bay. Any issues, they asked me. All that was handled right at the inspection bay. When I went to repairs, all they needed was my truck number, and they told me where to park. And actually, I don't even remember talking to the people. I actually remember parking my truck and being directed by the inspection bay. You can park in this area, and you go in this area, and if you need a hotel stay, go talk to this person, yada, 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 yada. Only thing I didn't like is that because a lot of us had pets, and I had my Cocker Spaniel at the time, it was cold in Missouri, and they didn't have like a kennel area for the dogs, where the dogs could go and be warm. That was the only thing I did not like about them. And they wouldn't let the dogs in the facility, in the building. So I had her under one of my jackets from Werner back in the day. I remember that. I'm trying to think. Pride tried to say they were trying to be better than their Sierra England counterpart, because the brother of Sierra England is who started Pride. And I really believe he had that philosophy. The problem is he brought a bunch of people from Sierra England with him. So they still had that attitude like, oh, we'll just drive the truck and be sweating and open up all the windows. And I'm like, what the hell? You guys might crawl up in here and kill my ass. You need to fix this. We got leaking crap to the back point where other truckers are telling me it's spewing out the truck. If I get pulled into DOT, they're going to eat my a-hole. They're going to say bend over, touch your toes. You're getting around a bunch of tickets up your behind. And so, yeah, that was my cutting one. But what I'm happy is that you're seeing what the company's focuses are, DCI. And the focus is not you. It's not even the motoring public. In most cases, they really give a damn. Now, they will say that's what it is. Now, my company's trying to do that a little bit more because I think they got hit with so many accidents and stuff back in the day. Plus, financially, right now, they're trying to dig out, and they damn sure don't want any big accidents. And I meant to get that paperwork. I will do it on my next video. Because I set it aside either in the bunk or up here in the front seat. I'll do it in the next video. I got my t-shirts and stuff up on behind my seat. Trying to think what else. Oh. Last night. This is your turn. So last night, I ended up going to the beef company to pick up my load that was supposed to be going to New York. I'm supposed to be T-calling it in Ohio per my government, which was better way to happen because I'm done in Ohio. I have family in Ohio too. But I'm supposed to be T-calling the load in Ohio. And last night, all of a sudden, we had a twofold issue. I called the beef company, which things are never ready when they say. My company had me with an assignment at 5 o'clock. I was up since 9. I got the load information about 10, 11. Talked to my driver manager around noon, who told me we were going to T-call the load in Ohio. And, yeah. Goodness, y'all. Sorry. That tells you about how tired I am. So it's a T-call this load in Ohio. And it was a beef company. So after I got off the phone with her, I called the beef company. They tell me that my dispatch tells them to be there at 5. When I called the beef company, they said their load ain't gonna be ready till 2200. That's okay. Don't make me detention pay for that. I went ahead, got the trailer washed out, got me some lunch, drove the trailer over to them, did all my, arrive and ship and stuff like that before 5 o'clock. Then I headed, got my fuel and stuff. Well, actually, I checked in with them, got my fuel and stuff, took the trailer back over to the shop, to the thing, get it fueled up, get my truck fueled up, and head back over and drop it off on empty yard. They're just like less than 5 minutes straight. I'm exhausted. Load wasn't ready, so got me a shower, and then I just laid down and went to sleep. They didn't get done with the load till about 2300, something like that. It was late. It's raining, so now I got to get in the mud, so I get tennis shoes on, do my little plastic bags on my feet, get out there, hook to the trailer. Then I have to go through, while I'm not feeling good, in the rain, trying to bust the damn rust on trying to roll up the damn landing gear on this raggedy-ass trailer. On top of that, the trailer is throwing codes. Couldn't get the code cleared, but it is showing the temperature's correct. So I told them, well, I'll take it over to the shop. And then the next thing I know, our dispatch is like, do not sign for the trailer. Ask the customer to move it to a different trailer. So that process moved me now from midnight to almost 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. By the time they got through, moving into a different trailer. And then me putting in all the macros, so I had to go pick up the raggedy piece of trailer that's broken. And what's irony is they put it on the same trailer I brought in. Good thing is that I actually had the trailer I bought in. It had electrical light issues, and I had that fixed before I left the yard. It's just the overwhelming amount of pieces of shit these people just leave for us to drive. And the trailer that I was gonna pick up, that damn trailer didn't even have a you call it for the landing gear. It didn't even have the armrest to put the arm in to lock to secure the arm. It didn't have that on there. Somebody, I don't know if it's a shop or either some other driver, came with an idea of some zip ties. So it has a pretend zip tie handle to hold the arm so the arm don't swing out and hit the vehicle or hit somebody. Insanity. And then on top of that, it had all the codes. So now by the time I got done, and by the time I fell asleep, it was after 6 something in the morning. So I had been up from 9 a.m. the following day until almost 9 a.m. the next day, 6 a.m. So I'm exhausted. So I'm gonna go to sleep again. I got my text message about the glasses. I said, let me go get those. Check the weather conditions for flag, and then I looked at the temperature. I'm like, I'm gonna go one today because tomorrow's supposed to be 36 degrees up there, which is good. That'll beat on there, and then if they have to salt more, then it should be good. And then I can also see what I'm doing. Driving nights, 20 something. When you get to the 20s, you risk too much possibility since that road's been wet of black ice. So I'm gonna go ahead and stay down here, get some sleep. I got me some soup. Gonna hop in this bed and pass out. Welcome to trucking. Louis Shelton, regarding the air dryer, I'll read that. I think I read it, but I'll end up getting pictures of it so you can see. But now they told me there was no issues with the air dryers. I believe that the problem was probably fixed in Lancaster when they went to go repair my airlines. One of the guys that I met on the yard, there's a white guy, Anglo-Saxon. He said, I don't give a damn if my truck is spewing oil. I won't take it to any other terminal but Lancaster. I'm going to drive that bee up in here with the oil just spewing from the damn engine because they're the only one I'm going to let touch my truck. I was weak. But like I said, that shop, that yard, everything about that Lancaster terminal was impeccable. It was, I even think whoever the guy who runs that terminal, I figured it was a woman, but I saw a dude in an SUV driving, and he was going down all the rows of trailers. He was driving that lot. He made sure his lot was clean, and I was impressed with what I saw. So I get it, and even when they worked on my truck, the way they handled it was so professional. Like I said, it was run very well. Also, they're open till 10, whereas our Phoenix shop, which is the main headquarters for this company, they close at 6 o'clock. And I was like, ooh. But then I think it just probably depends on how your terminals run. Anyway, guys, I'm sleepy. I'm going to go ahead and upload this, and I know I'm sleepy as hell. But the title of this will be Welcome to Trucking. I got more to talk about. May do that tomorrow morning. And Louis Shelton, thank you. He had an air dryer. And I am familiar with draining the tanks on my end. I know you told me to watch that video by Junior. And I have seen that video. But for me, I just had the one where you turn a lever. And as far as the air dryer, how I do my draining the tanks. Every time I fuel, I drain my tanks. So whenever I stop to fuel, wipe the windows, that's when I drain my air tanks. So I don't know if it's that and or if it was fixed in Lancaster when they fixed the line. And I almost think it was somehow repaired in Lancaster when they replaced the airline. Anyway, you guys be blessed. Thank you for your feedback and comments and responses. I'll be doing a shout out video here in the near future. And you guys bless me to lay my butt down because I can already tell that's what I'm doing. Something told me not to head out tonight. I'm exhausted. Like I said, I was up from 9 a.m. to almost 9 again, 7 a.m. This morning. And then they had to move the load, and it was drama. And it wasn't the company that I picked up from, so I did to my company's fault because it's a piece of crap trailers they don't maintain. Anyway, and I'll put the pictures up of the zip tie handle holder. If that's how I don't know if it was the shop that came up with it or one of the drivers, but it's sad when you have to come up with something like that, or you don't fix it and have it where it's proper. It's not even the right handle for the trailer, not the one I have now, but the one I had that they had to move the load off of. It was just insanity. Anyway, y'all, peace, 2 and 2, be blessed. Y'all can see I'm falling asleep. Yeah, see, out here playing his music. Go on, brother. Had to clean the mic. Y'all saw me clean the mic. Or clean the camera. Yeah, he got us some music out here practicing. See, y'all can have an interesting life outside the truck. I'm going to turn this around. I don't know if I can see that, but there's a truck driver. He got his guitar. He got his music stand. He behind his truck and he playing some music. Okay, y'all, we don't have to have a boring life out here. That's all right. You don't know why, but that looks cloudy to me. Hold on, y'all.